Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Chipelo and today I'm going to be talking about my service project. My service project was based on geology, which is my major, so it benefited me in a lot of different ways, including making contacts with the company and also just good hands-on experience overall. Now, to begin, I'm going to be starting to talk about what exactly I did for my service project hours, and then afterwards I'm going to explain how I conducted an interview with an employee from the company. And then I'm going to just give you an overall basis on how I felt doing the service project and if it was beneficial or if it was just a waste of time. Now, I want to begin by saying that it was a good experience, and I was in a laboratory for most of the time being for my service hours, which was actually very fun. I was conducted by a technician of the company to take boxes of rock samples, which had at least 30 to 40 rock samples in each box, and I had to go through maybe 2 or 3 boxes in the day, but this was just for smashing rocks. And this sounds pretty crazy, but I literally took little rock samples out of each individual bag and I smashed the rocks into little pieces that I then put into different sample bags, so then we could then later on crush it and keep part of the rock so we could do future samples. So this really was beneficial because I don't mind smashing things. I mean, who does mind smashing things? So it was a lot of fun that way. And then afterwards, I had to take each sample that I had recently crushed, and I had to grind away at this rock sample until it was very, very fine sediments. And this is what's the really cool part. We had a XRD machine which uses X-ray diffraction to send light beams through the sediments that you later on grind up, so it's very fine dust. And you then send x-rays through this, and it actually tells you the sedimentology of these certain rocks and what happens at certain levels. So this is very, very, very beneficial to companies that are interested in producing oil or gas. And this is one of the biggest keys, is so then the companies themselves don't have to spend labor hours on drilling on sites they don't want to be prospects for oil and gas. Now, this was a research facility, so they don't really handle the labor outside of this lab, but it was a lot of fun because I got to see the inside of what they actually do and how everything could finally work and how they send it out to actual manufacturers and producers of oil and gas. So after that experience, I was so overjoyed that it was such a great experience, and I was so happy that I was able to do this, and I would love to do it again, and hopefully that is within the future. So afterwards, a couple days after, I conducted an interview with an employee of the company. This company was called Casa Exploration, known for Latino of House, but it was actually really cool because he knew what he wanted to do since he was young, and I mean a little toddler, and he just loved the outdoors and was so passionate about everything. But I just asked him simple questions, and he gave me very in-depth detail of answers that I thoroughly enjoyed, and now I probably will look up to this man for a very long time in my life and look for guidance every time I need any type of proper way to go with this future I'm planning on going through. So I asked him what was the reason for geology. Why did he pick this certain science instead of any other science he could have chose from? And he simply said he loved the ocean and he wanted to be an oceanographer. But instead, he could make a lot more benefits and money producing natural gas and oil. Now, his basis is oil, but he still has the prospects of doing natural gas. But He just was a simple guy that wanted to be outdoors instead of stuck in an office, and he does this every single day. He's an explorer, and he loves every single second. And this is leading to my next question, and I asked him, do you love your job? And he said, I wouldn't do anything else in the world, even if they wanted to pay me triple the amount of what they pay me now. And the reasoning behind this is because he can travel anywhere he wants to, just to figure out and explore certain sedimentology, layers of rocks, and just rocks alone in any part of the world, which I think was probably the most spectacular thing in this entire interview and made me that much more excited to get on with my future. And the last question I asked him was it hard to start a business? Because he is actually not only an employee, he was the CEO of this company. And he said, of course, at first it was very difficult, but once you got the basics and the techniques down of how to deal with employees and how to get production the right way, it's very simple, and he said it's a lot of fun. So I'm really excited for every aspect of geology, but I'm really, really excited to get into oil business. So this is really, really, really beneficial to me in all the regards of how this was conducted, and I loved every second of it. Now, like I said, my overall experience was fantastic. I loved every single second, and I couldn't ask for a better type of service project to even do. So I'm really happy, and I really hope I can do more with the future. Hopefully internships, maybe jobs in the future if I have my resume the right way. So I really am happy, and I thank you for listening to my presentation, and I highly encourage this for anybody. Thank you.